Good morning, 8th graders. This is the second part to the plate tectonic diagram. So we are going to be looking at questions 6, 7, and 8 throughout this video. So you can see I finished my coloring to where you get the differentiation between the ocean, the land, and then each of the layers. And then I took the time to color my convection currents where it's heating up versus where it is starting to sink. So that my lithosphere and asthenosphere, that. Okay, so that is where we are starting today. So number 6 is asking us to label on our diagram where the oldest and the youngest crust would be located according to seafloor spreading. So we just talked about seafloor spreading and where we have these two plates that are moving away from each other, but we have new magma filling in the spaces. So according to that, our youngest should be toward the center. So I am going to, as best I can, because we'll see how well this pencil shows up, but I know that my youngest is going to be here on this side, just as you have youngest over here as well. Because we're working on two different plates, you need to be able to identify where the youngest is. Okay, so I will go over that with like a Sharpie or something, and you will see that in my next video. But we have our youngest, and then as it's getting pushed away, the further we get out, we get older and older rock to where right before we meet our subduction zone. So back here is actually, well, right here is actually our oldest rock, and then right here at this subduction zone is where we should have our oldest. So again, write that on both sides. So oldest right before it gets subducted, and then this will all remelt. Okay. So that's where our youngest and oldest would be located. Now, this next ones are just questions, so this should be done. If you followed along with this should be done. So now you need to go through and you need to describe the process of seafloor spreading. Tell me what is actually happening. I just explained it. And then finally, how does seafloor spreading relate to continental drift? So if this is getting pushed away, what can we assume is also happening? Yes, these ones are being subducted, but that's not happening at every single plate boundary, but rather things are getting pushed. So how does that then relate to continental drift? So you should have already filled in 3 and 5. So now you need to go through and fill in 7 and 8. And then I will see you next time for the final step. And yes, it's going to take a little bit longer, but I think you guys got this. Awesome. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher. Thank you.